Let's open this. This looks fine. And let's put some picture on. There you go. Hello. It's Thursday and it is time for streaming. I am a bit early today, so I'm just gonna do some diamond painting. No, I am gonna do some diamond painting, but it's not only for while I wait for someone to pop on. My plan for today is I'm gonna do as much diamond painting on this picture as possible. So I really would love to do at least 2 of these lines, but we will see. We will see. I will keep it out here on the far distance to begin with, just so you get an overall look before we get into details. It is kind of my preferred one because then it gives the best view of what I'm doing. So I am going to just get some drills done. It is a Oraloa picture and it is 50 by 70. It is, for me, I would call it a medium-sized picture, but if you are used to working on things or pictures that are like 15 by 15, this will definitely be a big one for you. Besides that, we're gonna do some scratch. Hopefully, if I get enough time, I'm gonna do as much on this today. But it also depends a bit on how tired I get in my eyes. So if my eyes get really tired, I'm not gonna, push on too much. I'm just gonna either do some scratch board or card, or I'm gonna do some coloring or just something else. So it's not so much to do with the level of details, and it's more to do with my level of focus. So one thing is my eyes get tired, and it can be a bit harder to see, when your eyes get tired. But it's also something to do with if I get tired, too tired, I'm having a hard time focusing on the diamond paint. If you are watching this and are wondering what I'm doing, this is called diamond painting, and it is actually very close to paint by numbers, or paint by numbers, or just coloring, I would say, or beading. It's something in between. These are very, very tiny stones or drills. These are round, you can get them squares, and they are faceted, so they look so it's like they shine or sparkle depending on how the light hits it. This picture is from Oraloa. So the mechanics behind this is that you have a canvas like this, and on top of that you print a picture that could be something in this, like this, and on top of that you put a layer of glue. So what happens is I put these small drills. Evening bear, welcome, thanks for stopping by, my little shopping bear. So I pick up with this pen. In one end is for just one drill, and the other end is for 10 drills. And I could be like 10 drills in this. Morning, Gina. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. So in this end, I have what is known as pink wax, and in this, I have what they call glue dots. Pink wax is what's usually in um, the kids. Hey, Bao, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And could look like this. This is how they look when you get it from Diamond Art Club. They are printed or cut out like hearts, but that could be squares. It could be rounds. So it's not so much to do with this. It's more. Oh, don't! I just spent like $120 on puzzles, and as just found out that Chuck Pinson makes a ton. Yep, I didn't dare to tell you that. I didn't know they faceted them. Yeah, they do. And as I recall it, Diamond Art Club, they make theirs with 21 facetors. And I think it's a mix between 14 and 21. And they are trying to like make a transition over to mostly 21 faceted. So they're really a lot of facets, and that is what makes it shine. So the more faceted they are, the more you will see the sparkle and get that shine effect. So um, so yeah, and then what I do is when you get them in small, either small Ziploc bags or heat seal bags, and what I do is I put them in, for instance, containers like this, and the labels that are on here are labels that are pre-cut, and it is from the company itself. So that's what I like. A lot of the bigger companies does it, but also a lot of the smaller shop does it due to their paintings being a bit more expensive. So it's kind of a service they have on that part. So yeah, that was a bit about diamond painting. um, and if you want to try it, I would recommend uh, buy one on Amazon, just a small one, and try it out. I think it's more like to try the mechanics out. Do I like sitting with these small trays, for instance, and picking all these small drills up or stones up? If you do that, well, then you can move on. But for some people, it's not a thing. I mean, I have talked to people that was like, well, I tried it and it was kind of fun, but really not. It was a bit not my liking, and I was like, okay, no problem. So I've been diamond painting for over 3 years now, and I started as a substitute to my knitting. I have knitted a lot of blankets and stuff like that. So, and the diamond painting was a bit of a substitute because I got really a lot of pain in my hands and my fingers, and my fingers kind of locked in due to they're just worn out. So I was looking out for something new, and this was something new. So I did what a lot of people do. I think I bought my first kits really cheap, and to be honest, I was really disappointed because at that point, no one has told me that that size does matter. So if you want a lot of details, you need a bigger picture. So I bought my first one was a cat dream catcher, and it was 15 by 15 centimeter, and I couldn't even, yeah, I think I could see the wolf in it, but that's it. I couldn't see any feathers. I could see there was some round thing. It was really horrible. What I did was, and I still have it, because I have it in a 70 by 70, and in that picture you can really see what it is. When I started it, diamond painting, there was two shops in Denmark. One of them had her own license, in meaning that she was printing herself, and they were really expensive. But I didn't mind pay the money for it. I just only bought one, because she was a one. It was a family, and she bought a license agreement with whoever was the artist, and that's expensive. Um, Unfortunately, she got a bit ripped off with the quality of the drills. So the one I bought, which was a 70 by 90, which was the first really big one I ever did, it has a black like background in the bottom of the picture, and those drills were horrendous, really, really horrendous. Um, and she was like, I wrote it to her and was like, I'm really struggling with this, and she was like, well, yeah, I can't do much for you. I can give you this discount code for next time, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy. That's not gonna be a next time. She is closed today. I think there was a lot of things that didn't have had anything to do with the shop. She had some health and family issues too. So then there's another one. They don't print themselves. They buy it in China, and I don't buy anymore from them. I did in the beginning because I really wanted to support a Danish shop, but I'm not gonna buy from one that is buying from China in that sense. Um, I would if the pictures they were kind of public domain or some of the old masters or so. I wouldn't mind. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. But the other issue I have with this shop and their pictures is that they are really, it's really hit or miss whether you get a good quality or not. And one of my Danish diamond painting gals, she when she and I started talking, she was actually doing a, hey Jenny, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. She was doing a Randall Spangler afternoon tea, and I had done the same. And she was doing the kind of knockoff copy from this Danish shop. And I said, when I showed her, I hadn't seen her because she hadn't finished it yet. But I showed her mine because mine were done, and she was like, "Oh my god, I really got ripped off with this picture." And then when she was done with hers, she showed it. I'm like, okay, it's not just a small quality difference, it's a huge quality difference. How have you been? I haven't been here for a bit. I am good, Jenny. I am good. Hey, here is the diamonds. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Jenny, I am good, and then you will hear that I'm gonna tell you something, or I'm gonna tell the chat something, um, that's not that great, but just in general, I'm good. For me personal, my health is okay. I'm not sick. I don't have a cold. So in that sense, I'm good. Um, I had winter holiday last week, and this has been my first week back in the workforce. Um, but just the Friday before my winter holiday, my husband got fired. So my winter holiday didn't turn out to be what I had planned, and I didn't get to do all the things I had planned. Let's just say that. So things got a bit turned upside down for me. Um, so that's a thing, and then something happened today that I'm gonna talk about in just a bit. I'm a bit here a bit early, so I'm gonna wait until it gets um, 8 p.m. and then I'm gonna tell all of you what happened today. I will, however, say that when I started working Monday, and I turned my working computer on, um, oh, you are, Jenny. You will get one. I know you will. I know you will. I have confidence in you for sure. You will get one. So Monday I turned my working computer on and I couldn't get on um, I couldn't get access where I usually got access before I went on holiday. So I wrote to my boss, hell, what the hell is happening? I can't get access what I'm usually getting access to. And he was like, well, we got a new system while you worry. Okay. I was just wondering if I don't have a job, why, if it was, that was why he said, no, that is not the way we do it here. Okay. Thank you. We were just fooling around. But it this kind of when I'm always as working on and off. It's like when you come back from holiday and your computer's not working or you can't get in the building. Like, okay, did I get fired without anyone telling me? So, so how are you guys doing today? How have your week been? I know Binge has been spending the hell out a lot of money because he can't. He had to tell. Oh yeah. By the way, Benj, I don't know if you like Rental Spangler. I can't even remember if you do. But if you do, Rental Spangler is you can find them in puzzles too. It was a sale, so I sort of saved money. Benj. That's the kind of math you do when you're crafting. Oh, I know. I got a few. Oh, okay. I used to do a lot of puzzles too back in the day, but I don't know. I tried once and it's not just the same anymore. I don't know. But at one point I did really a lot of puzzles. Quite big ones too, but I think in a way for me when I look back in how my life has been, um every kind of age has had its own kind of crafting thing going on. So I think it's like that, and I'm not returning to anything. The only thing that goes through the years has been my painting with watercolors, but that's also changing a bit all the time. So it's not a consistent thing. Uh, Jenny, check your Discord messages. Binge. What I am planning on doing is do the puzzle before or after the painting as something different. That sounds like a really good idea, Binge. Really good idea. So Binge is having a event that is starting tomorrow on his Discord, and as I recall it, it's not like a theme. It's just a diamond painting along. So, and it's okay if you already started a bit, just not be over half done. And it's running through March, and then at the end of the month, he will be doing a bit of a giveaway. Um, on something. But you are, of course, you have to follow Binge Bear. And hey, Hula, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. How are you today? Um, and so I think you could just join him on Discord, follow him there so you can see when he comes on next time. And I think I guess you're coming on tomorrow, going live tomorrow, Binge, aren't you? I actually haven't decided yet, Binge, whether I'm gonna be part of the event or not. And that's, to be honest, the only reason why I haven't really answered your Discord message, because I'm still kind of debating. Um, I feel like I have a lot on my plate at the moment. And I tend to get a bit, with the event, I discovered I tend to get a bit stressed out about I want to finish, or it. So, but I might just join in and try and do the relax, chill out, join thing. Yeah, and then that's kind of the vibe I got from it too. That's just to, you know, the only thing we need to do is actually just to share our progress, and then it's all good and dandy. And that might just, I might do it because I do it anyway. So, but it's just sometimes, it's more a brain or mind thing. It's something how your mind is doing, coping with different things. And even though you tell yourself, well, so and so, don't react to this, it might still react to it. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. So that's why I haven't said no, and I haven't said yes, because I'm still debating. But I'm probably just gonna join in and just do the chill and be showing off my beautiful, beautiful dragon picture, which is coming along. I just finished my second row, and you can start seeing the top of the wings. Like, actually, you can see stuff top of the wings here on the bird. It's kind of same thing with the what did you pick up today, Binge? Did you did you pick up a package? It was, by the way, it was really a beautiful tray for Bishop Bliss. Um, oh, your paintings. Ooh. Are you gonna kit one up today? And which one are you gonna start on tomorrow then for the event? One of my diamond painting girls that she's not on. I'm not having her here in Twitch, but she is on my Instagram. So she posts a lot of pictures from what she does, and she actually got some beautiful, beautiful trays for Bishop Bliss too. So, but I'm getting a package from Stila, and she wanted to send me something. She wanted me to try out, so I'm looking forward to that. To see how it looks like and how it works, and so yeah. And then of course, at some point, my trays from Unimate will show up. I have paid for them, so I guess they must be on their way soon. Oh, you did start already. Oh, yeah, of course. It's due with me. That's why. Of course you have. Like, after we had that bit of a um a dialogue yesterday about it. You wrote to me. So did it help you, Bench? The things I wrote to you, how to do the things. Now you started. Because just because it helps me work with the big pictures, it does. There's no guarantee that it helps anyone else. So I'm just curious, if you could utilize it when you got started. Because one thing is that you kind of it makes sense, or you know, Forest Monarch, yeah, no idea where or who enabled me to do it. I don't know either. Also, a big simple country by Chuck Pinson. Benj, you remind me so much of me when I started when I started buying at DAC. I bought a lot in the beginning. I will admit that flat down. I will admit that. Yeah, it helped a lot. Thanks so much. Well, you're so welcome. You're always welcome to write to me if there's anything I can help you with. As I said, I'm awake, so it's quite okay. And my notification is always off in the night, so you're not gonna wake me or anything if I already gone to bed for some reason. Um, so so I think because I will. It's okay. I tell the other ones what I was helping you with yesterday. So Binge wrote to me and was a bit. I won't say he was in panic state, but he was a bit worried. And he said if this picture he was gonna start on, which is a really big one, um, uh, if he could do it sideways. And because he see me do some of my big pictures sideways, I said, sure, you can do that. That's not a problem. And I would say if you work on one from DAC, you can always do it because the print from DAC is crystal clear. So there will be no problem in working sideways. What I said to him, just a good advice I would give you working sideways, just in the beginning at least. Turn your trays with the labels on the same way as you turn the canvas. So usually I would be putting my trays with the label on this way so I can see, okay, this is the number and this is the symbol. If I'm working with it sideways, so I instead of like this way, I would work on this way. So for instance, no, for instance, if this was a landscape, so this was the long way, so it was a landscape. So instead of working it that way, I would work it with it on the short side, okay? But because I turn it, it can be a bit for the brain just to cope with what you do. So I will turn my container to turn the same way. And can have some importance when it comes to like the arrows or the triangles. Like, let's see if I have them here, some of them. Like this arrow here. Come on, focus. Give. Come on, don't be a douche. Come on. Oh man. Let's see. There. It's an arrow. So the arrow, if it does turn, because sometimes just a simple arrow can turn another way on the label. But for you to kind of decipher whether what way it turns, if you just turn it this way, for instance, because that is the way the canvas is showing, so it will turn the same way as the canvas. It can be important, especially on these big pictures, because there will be multiple of the same like symbol, but they will be showing different ways, or being like in the top or the bottom or left or right. So and that it's not something you usually will think about, because in the normal life like this, it doesn't matter. It's not something you will think about, but when you do turn it sideways, think about it. The other thing I said to him, because he was a bit maybe I did, start on a bit, maybe it was a bit much. I started on this big one, and I said, I will advise you to use your cover paper like this as much as possible. And because you can with this one, especially if you have a picture that has a lot of colors in it and a lot of confetti, the more you cover it, for instance, like this, and just uncover this bit, you will just work with this bit and your brain will just work with this bit and you will be able to move slowly more and more. If you do like this, for instance, and work with the whole row or the half of the row, your brain can get a bit overwhelmed. I'm not saying it does, but it can. And then my advice is that a bit smaller section, and you will do it really fast, and then move on. Then uncover maybe what you usually do when you work with a smaller picture, for instance, like this one. It could be, even if I didn't have this mesh ruler, I could still uncover this and be kind of okay. So that was what I said, and apparently it did help him a bit because he has started already on it, so he hadn't completely lost the hope for trying out. So that's good on you, Benj. That's so good on you. Okay, I promised you a bit ago to tell you what has happened today, and it's just because a lot of you know that this is about my husband, and then I just have to tell you also because I am a bit yeah, perfect, so good, Benj. I can be a bit preoccupied or seem a bit off. And I know I said this the last time or one of the latest times I streamed, I might be a bit off. Oh, that was probably the day my husband got fired. I streamed that day too. Today, I was working today, so I was up early. And when I stood in the bathroom to get ready, my husband opened the door, and I could just see immediately something was wrong. I was like, "What the hell?" And he said, "I'm just gonna go quick run with the dog, and then I have to go to the hospital, to the trauma, because my son just got admitted on the hospital. He had an accident with a car. I don't know how bad it is, but apparently he has been awake. So, but it was the trauma center that contacted my husband. So yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He has gone off really, really lucky. So he might have a mild concussion. He did, his lungs and his heart did get a bit of a trauma from the impact. So they're keeping him overnight just to be sure. So yeah, so he got some cuts and bruises on his arms. He got 3 stitches, I think, and a yeah, a bit of cut and bruises in his face and stuff. So the car is wrecked, totally wrecked. But yeah, yeah. So that was something. I was like, oh the hell, you know, one thing or the other. Yeah, apparently I have to learn something at the moment. Oh man. Yeah. What a fright. So happy he's okay. So glad he is going to be okay. That is scary. It is scary. I think the most scary for me personally, of course, I get affected by. It's a child. It's a young man. He's not a child. He's 20. Uh, but I known him since he was 5. So I've known him quite some years, and but also because my husband get affected by it, So I want to be there for him and try and be strong, and encouraging. It's gonna be okay, and all that. So yeah, it does take some extra resources. To be honest, with all that going on, I was quite okay with the fact that I didn't get to do much on work due to lack of access to some files on the new system. So it was okay. I said to my boss, I think I'm just gonna, because I wrote to him and told him what happened, and I was like, I have done whatever I can, and instead of me just sitting and looking into a monitor doing nothing, I'm just gonna log off and have say it's weekend, as I'm having my Friday off as usual. So yeah, and binge. I'm going to see my the one who is making my glasses and my contact lenses tomorrow, just to make you happy. No, I was anyway. But yeah, it's kind, for me, it's kind of, I get a kind of, not a not like a big adrenaline rush, but all your um you get kind of a adrenaline. Yeah, I am. um and it does take a bit of time for me to get that down, so haven't got my nap as usual. I did get a nap, but not as much and as good as usual, because my mind is still kind of up in a gear, So, oh, you're back, Ula. Your big brother called me. Well, real life takes over stream life always. So, but welcome back. Um, so I did go on a bit, a bit early, and maybe I have to go off a bit early just because, I might run out of of energy at the end of the day. It's been a long day today, so but I'm here, and I just want to chill out with you and do some diamond painting, have a chit chat, and have a laugh and all that. So, and then I was curious about, a new Binge was stopping by, so I was curious to hear how it went with his new project. But I'm happy it goes good, Bench. It's really good. So it was a day. It was a day. It's been a week. I would say it has been kind of rough week coming back from winter holiday. I could easily have spent one more week off, just just hanging out, and maybe finally do some content. It took 3.5 hours to kit up, and we all know how much I love. Oh my! I bitch. I really like, exactly how long. I don't know how long it takes for me to kit up the things. How, to be honest, I actually don't know. It took me 3.5 hours to do this. Amazing. Yeah, but you need to save up some money so you can buy one of these kits where they are already kitted up. Oh, I mean, if if we were living closer to each other, I would invite you over so you could kit up with me, so you wouldn't find it as boring to do. To be honest, I would say if it's one of the big ones I'm kidding up, and big ones with a lot of colors, for instance, the Josephine Wars or some of those, I'm usually taking, putting on a movie or something and watching that, or one of my favorite series. Oops, that was not the color. And do that while I kid up. So then things doesn't take that long, I think. Yeah. To be honest, I don't mind it. DAC kits are really good. That the bags are better quality and have a stiffness to them, so easy to decant. Yeah, I think that too. I actually think that too. But it's still not your favorite thing. I know that. So yeah. But I actually love doing that. Or listening to an audiobook. I just got recommended a Danish audiobook um, about one who has been a professional soldier and has been a part of one of our elite corpses. And it didn't run, it was not, as he said, he was not going to write about or tell about the corpse. He did that in another book, but this book was more about all the things he learned as a human, and the coping strategy he was using, and the thoughts he was having afterwards as a adult, when he was thinking back on how he was younger as a younger soldier and stuff. It's quite good. um and it has some good points, I think, about, conclusion on things, why some people cope with all the bad things and why some people don't. 65 colors, and some containers has like 7 tubes, but I sat down and got the label make out. Well, yeah. um but that's a difference also, because the containers I use are different than the containers you use, so, and probably other use. So I don't have like um I don't have like 7 uh containers with the same colors. I have one container, and if it's one of the big ones, like with my snow dragon, I have 6 big ones, because it's the colors that are really a lot of. But on top of that, I have unopened bags. So I fill in the big ones as they empty out. Um, I like just having these and just have one. I don't know about the other thing. I did do the other thing with my with the crusted converted. Uh, in that I have, uh, I think it's 2 or 3 containers of the same one. Would love to know where you get your rulers from, as I hear some are a hit or miss. It's not so much the ruler that is a hit or miss, it's more the canvas, to be honest. Um, I got mine from Wish. So they are Chinese rulers, like a lot of other rulers are. So in that sense, they are not special. And the ones I have here are the first ones I bought. I have bought some other ones at one point that was a bit shorter and actually suited the canvas better. But they were always also really, really fragile and thin in the metal, so they broke really easy. So I gave up on them and returned to these. What I do is, I every time I pick a picture with round drills, I will try this ruler and see if it fits. If it fits, I use it. If it don't fit, I don't use it. Um, and sometimes it does fit like this. And I can't say it's always Oraloas, for instance. I can't say it's always DAC, but I will say most of the pictures I have tried it on, if I'm comparing with the a bit more expensive companies and the cheap ones, I have seen more of those expensive ones fit. But it's not like it's a guarantee. It's not. Um, so yeah. So that in that sense, there's actually nothing special about this ruler. And it is a hit or miss, but it's not. It's more hit or miss whether it fits. So I would say if you want a ruler, um, buy wherever you can. I would recommend that you buy a either one in this size, or I've seen them in a size where they're kind of two size a bit wider, two sizes this. That could be, but this is to me is quite okay. Um, it's manageable also when I take it off and stuff like that. So it's not too small and it's not too big. Da-da. I know some shops says that the rulers they have fits, for instance, DAC kits. That might be true, but it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Oh. I see Norse has new pens on his store. He does? Bitch, I don't have any money, sweetie. You know? That is not fair. That is not fair. No, it's okay. To me, to be honest, he will always have something I can buy in Los Alchemist. I actually haven't tried not to be able to find something I liked and could buy from. I have not tried yet to look at his page and be like, okay, there's nothing for me today. Sorry, to be honest, I'm in the same boat now. I'm really on a no buy now. Yeah, binge. Yada 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 yada. uh, oh yeah, you did. Yeah. It's exactly the same one as I have. Isn't it amazing, that calendar? Ulla sent me some pictures of a calendar she bought from one of my friends. It's the same friend that does these drawings I'm coloring, and she made a calendar for the wall every year, and she does other amazing things. So Jenny, yes, I got the mail, and do you know what I did? I deleted it. I didn't even look at what painting it was. I just paid off my bill from the last month when I bought the Chuck Pinson, the yeah, Colors of Life. So so yeah, um I'm trying really hard not to buy anything, not to buy any new pens because I really wanted a new pen, a pen for spring, as I do have one for spring, but I could always use another one for spring. I am waiting for my Munich Mate trays, but they have been paid for a long time, so that's nothing to do with now. Um, but paintings, I'm trying not to, So these mails, I'm not really keeping track of the releases at the moment, just because whatever I see on my Instagram is far enough for me to be like. I saw the ones with the dragons today. I was like, oh my god, I think I need this one. There are a bunch selected. I feel you though. I have ordered 5 this week. Gina is also on a lullaby till April, and April is my birthday. Yeah, and I will probably be till May because May is my birthday, and I have a couple of things I really would love to have. Not all of them are actually has some actually not to do with diamond painting, as one of them is actually a crochet hook. So let's see if I could find it, because I just saw it. I have a lot of pictures on my Instagram about German Shepherds. I have no idea why. It's like, well, I don't know. Hmm, where did that go? Where did that go? Oh, isn't this amazing? I want a horse. Ah, I want to show this. This is how I'm going to do it on my big horse. I didn't know. This was actually a good idea. See? If you're going to take the saddle off and you're not so big and you have a big horse, this is just the way you do it. Right? As I said to my husband, who saw my bank statement, these are not pens, these are wands. Now get out painting. Oh, yeah. Why can't I find it? Oh, here it is. This one I just saw today from Diamond Club, and I was like, I need that one. That one I just need. It has like everything for me. The only thing I would love the, just because it's me, and so I would love the painter to be dark haired, and maybe just the I would just make the dress another color or put some lighter colors in, but still, this is really amazing. And it looks actually okay in the rendering too. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna be like, it looks amazing, and then I'm gonna move on. Okay? Yeah. And I know because I showed my husband, and he was like, "Yeah, it's okay." Then I know it's not something that he would be. Oh, buy that. So it has to wait. It has to wait because I know what he. If I'm insisting on buying, he would be like, "I think you're gonna. Why don't you work on one of the others that already you have in your room?" He could might as well say that. So, but I'm not gonna do anything until he has a job again. When he's got a job and he's got his first pay and we know how the world has looked like, and then I'm gonna buy a new pen. I'm gonna buy some other stuff. So May will probably be the month that I am going to be a bit of. I want to buy some yarn too. I've been eyeing out. So I'm still struggling with my crochet, to be honest, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm just happy that the yarn I'm using is not something that cost me like a fortune, so it's okay to be crocheting, frocking, crocheting, frocking, crocheting. Yeah. It's kind of the curve, you have when you have this learning curve that goes up and goes down. So whenever I just feel like now I got it, now I know, and then I'm like, not really. So, and when I get all too frustrated, I'm just taking my knitting project and kind of getting the breathing exercise in place. Breathe in, blow out, breathe in. I can get so frustrated on things like that, and I really just want to throw it away. Um, I haven't done it yet. The only times I really throw with things is is actually when I've been at work, and that's usually a pencil or something like that. It's something my the one who was teaching me about how to be working on an office. She did that when she got frustrated. She threw the pencil, like, not after anyone, but just like over the shoulders, like, Jesus. So that's the worst I could do. I'm not a violent person. Not that I can't get mad, because I can, but it's usually not like mad in a like aggressive manner. It's more like mad in a very intensive way. People are usually not in doubt whether I'm mad or not. Like, it's usually they can hear it on my voice. Um, so it's not like I'm not shouting or anything. It's more like the lower and the more quiet I am when I speak, and the lower I speak and speak fast at the same time, then I'm really, really getting mad. So, but I haven't tried that for years. I mean, I haven't had the reason for it. I think in my 20s I had a lot of temper. And so I do have the temper still. I'm just more, I choose my battles so much more careful today, and I'm kind of doing this, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Should I waste a lot of energy in being like angry, aggressive, loud, or should just leave it, and be like, yeah, let go of it in a way. Or maybe, I mean, and if I'm really pushed into a corner, I prefer just to, go for a walk with the dog. Um, And the dog is always ready for go to walk. He might be a bit surprised if it's dark and 2 a.m. in the morning or something, but he will still go with me. He might be a little bit, "Oh, what the hell?" But oh, you're going for the leash. Oh, I'm with you there, lady. Um, So at the moment, because my husband is home and not working, he will go for the walks with most of the walks with the dog during the day. Not most of them, all of them at the moment. So today, because he was off to the hospital, I I took the leash, and my dog looked at me like, "What the hell?" I was looking at him, "Shut up." So, and we are, I mean, when I walk the dog and when my husband walks the dog, it's two different things. I do a lots more obedience training and challenging the dog, do new things, invent new things I want him to learn to do and stuff like that. And my husband's more like he's just maintenance. He's maintaining the things I learned, I teach him. So, so my dog he can walk on both sides of me, both left and right. Usually, you will teach a dog to walk on your left side and call it heel. Um, but um, it's actually a good thing to teach your puppy to walk on both sides, and they can. As puppy, you can teach them. They're not good at it, but you can teach them, and just keep on practicing. And one day it will fall into place. I promise you. Um, so my dog can walk both places, but I have never put a command on the right side because I was not sure how much I was going to use it. But just because I feel like as he grow older, my dog, I want to have more options in the more low impact exercise and practicing obedience than the high impact. He is a high energy dog. That being said, my dog hasn't really read that chapter in the breed book, so he has. I think he read some of it, but not complete of it. Because high energy, yeah, but not all the time. There has to be something like a ball or something. Then he's high energy. Otherwise, he's not that high energy. Then he's just happy go lucky. Um, but I started like doing some exercises and some new things that are more low impact. So he can weave between my legs, and we're practicing that. So it doesn't take a lot of goodies or balls. I want to use commands at last, or maybe hand gestures from the agility. So Um, but lately I have been putting command on the right side. So the left side I call heel, and the right side I call foot. So heel and foot. So and I have done the same as I would with a puppy. So as he and I am connecting those two. So like if I say heel, that because he knows that command, so that's kind of a safe place for him. So if he does get a bit overexcited about him trying to, because he is like a high energy dog, so he can get a bit overexcited when he's not. He want to satisfy me. He wants to get that praise and all that, but he doesn't get it if he's not getting, doing the right thing. So he will try everything off in that he knows until he hits the right one. So, and that can get a bit, um, chaotic. So then I will, if it gets too much and he kind of gets a bit unhinged, I will take him, say, heel, and then he will go on the left and calm down, and I would get him down in the energy level again, and then we can try again. So I've been working with this, and today when we trained it, uh, it was much more like he knew what I meant. So we are now there in the training. We're training with the balls. He has these squeaky balls. So I use two of them because I have some other commands and stuff like that. So I'm always having two. So I have one for each side. So I don't have to fumble around and get it from the one to the other hand and then I'll lose it or something. Because I have tried that. That's not a good idea. My dog thinks it's funny, but I don't. He has, because he's not stupid. So he actually has a tendency, if I hold a ball in my hand, like a squeaky ball or something, he will be trying and nudging the hand to see if it falls out. Because it does sometimes. Sorry, been listening but couldn't chat. DAC restocked Magic Roses and I had to get it. Have been drawn to the painting every time I have seen it. I used $50 in points and still had to pay too much. Oh, Jenny. If you know, you know. Honey is like that. She wants to please. Give her a signal and she go through all her commands till she gets the right one. If you don't give her praise, she just looks at you with puppy dog eyes. Yeah. You forgot something, Dad. Yeah. So, but now he kind of he recognized foot. So my next one will be that I will be like, this is the basics I'm teaching him, like heel and foot. Then I will be like sitting or laying him off and saying lay down, sit down, and then be walking away. And then he has to listen to what I say, whether I say heel or foot or here. He has three calling commands. Four. I can call his name, and then he just have to come in around me. If I say here, he has to come and sit in front of me. If I say heel, he has to sit on my left side. If I said foot, he has to sit on my right side. And just to say that small exercise is something you can train and do whether you have a top dollar trained dog. You can still expand it to something more difficult, something more advanced, or you can make it less difficult if it's a newer dog or if you're new to it or you never tried it this way. And your dog will love you for doing this, whether it's a puppy, young dog, or senior dog. All dogs love to work with you. They might not want to work for an hour with you, but just the fact that you are doing something with it, it will love you for that. Jenny, I'm like, I think that it's something DAC does. They have kind of these spies they send out in our homes so they know exactly what day to restock the picture you can't live without. It's gonna be the day where you don't have the money for it. Um, I felt like that when they restocked Call of Life because I was like, could you please have waited until we reach March 1st, perhaps, so I would have the money for this picture? Um, no, we're gonna restock it now. Okay, I'm gonna buy it on Klarna and then I'm gonna pay it in the March instead of. So I did. But yeah, it's so I know it. I know it. I know the thoughts and the feelings of that thing. That's just paintings you need to have because you know it's gonna be the difference for you to do it or not. It's just, if you know, you know. I would say that. If you know, you know. So is it a bit like, is there spring in the air where you live, all of you guys, girls? Because there is in Denmark, there is kind of a spring in the air. Um, and I will tell you, spring does not always smell good. It does not always smell good. That is one of the downside of living on the countryside. That is when they put different odors in the air. We have bluebells and snowdrops not long for the daffodils. 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 Det kan jeg ikke sige det der. Daffodils. Daffodils? Bluebells. Are those? I need to look that up because I'm not sure which one. I know daffodils. I know what they are in Danish. Bluebells. Oh, it is. Do you get those in the as spring flowers? We don't get those. Oh, we get. These we get in the spring. And crocus, yeah. And we get these. And the snowdrops, of course. Snowdrops, Ulla, er vintergækker. No? And the daffodils, ours looks. We have those in the garden. I'm just gonna find a good picture of those for the Danish girls or boys. We do get those in the gardens, and we get both. It's called a narcissus. It's the national flower of Wales. I did not know that. We have something, we have this one. We get that too. Yeah. So I think that's most of them. Yeah, I think Ula saying the flowers I showed they have in the garden. I think they're kind of all around coming in the gardens. I've seen them in different gardens when I walk the dog. So spring is around the corner here. Out where I ride, uh, the one of the horses is kind of the fortune teller. So when he starts shedding his winter coat, it's spring. The spring will be just around the corner, and he started 14 days ago. So spring is just around the corner. Just saying, in Denmark anyway. In Denmark it is anyway. I feel like I'm a bit behind here, but maybe it's just me. Just behind as I wanted to do both, but we will see. I like spring. I like it because you get this, you can almost feel like the heat in the air. It's still not, it's not like it's a heat wave, but you can kind of, the first days you get warm weather. It smells a certain way, I think. Then you can kind of smell the spring. I like that. Um, and that means that um, I am entering the hardest thing for me. Ula, she can see the spring is coming on her dog, because he want to be out all day and he's getting crazy. Binge, yeah, I love getting my Vexies planted and seedlings sorted. Yeah, spring has a lot of to do with life, right? So everywhere you look, the life is just coming. It's showing, and you will see what the winter has been hiding away. And you also see a lot of pregnant women in the spring, right? Because you will for real see the body. It's visible there. But I think that it's hard for me when I go riding, because it's warm, but not warm enough, or it's not always warm enough for me not to have like winter riding clothes on. So I will, most of the time I will have like my one suit, my thermo one suit with me, and I will have like just ordinary riding clothes on, and then I can take the one suit on if it gets too cold out there, because it is a bit colder where she is. It's not a lot, but it's just I usually ride 10 or 11 a.m. So it's not always the sun, you know, has. This is not. Why the hell did I take that color? I kind of thought there was something wrong. You know that feeling? Like, what the hell? That is not the color, because it's not. It's not. I actually do need that color there, but not there. There. I know I reached for something else. Why did I actually take this? I don't know. Jesus. I am a bit off today, I think. Oh man, why did I take that one? This one I need. Okay, we're trying. I don't know. I don't know if it was better. A bit better. Better transition maybe. So yeah, I like the fact that it's getting, when the sun is shining, you can feel the warmth of the sun. And if you find a quiet place where there's no wind, and you will get these, not high temperatures, but you will get a good warm temperature, and be able to have a good amount of vitamin D shining on you. So I love that. It was so funny yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I'm sorry if I'm not really good at keeping track of the days, but when a lot of things happen, things get a bit messy in my head. So, but I think it was yesterday when I was listening and was a part of Miss Coffee stream, and she was talking about sunscreen and the fact that she has never had to use that, as to protect your skin, and she actually didn't know what it was. I did know what it was when I was a kid because my mom and dad used it, and my mom was a true Scandinavian woman, so she just had to be. She had, like, you know, if she was in the sun for an hour, she would have sunburn. What for whatever was not covered. So, and because she was never wearing shorts, she would always her leg was like almost, paper thin white. They She was really pale. My dad was a bit better because he was a bit more out in my mom was, but then there was me, and I was like, I think, as I said to Miss Coffee yesterday, that I think because I grew up in a country where, the generation I am from, when we grew up in a country that was very pale, very Scandinavian, like with blonde or blonde, light brown hair, and very, very light in the skin. Um, and I think in that way, I see when I came along, I seemed very dark, and because I seemed very dark to my parents, I think they didn't, and I never got sunburned, no matter how much. And I love being out. And no, that's not true. But when I had to go out, when I was a kid, I really wanted to stay in and read in my books. But when I had to go out, and whenever I had a reason, when I walked the dog and stuff like that, I never got sunburned, and it was never an issue. When we were on summer holiday and we were camping in Austria or Germany, and I could be in the pool or whatever for God knows how long, and I wouldn't get sunburned. So I think in that way, mom and dad never saw it as a problem or as something they should do, because it was not a common knowledge at that point. Um, I remember at one point we went to visit my cousins in Canada, and they're still living, um, but they were young lads at that point, and we would all go to the beach, and I just, I got a towel I was put on, and I think I've been 15 or something like that. And I had I had a pink. I remember it so clearly. I had a pink swimsuit, and then of course this dark skin, so I looked amazing. Of course I did. But we were on that beach, and my cousins fell asleep on their tummy, so they woke up and they were sunburned on the complete. one of them on back, on upper arm, and I think the other one was just the back. Um, Really, they look like, you know, when you boil a lobster or something, that color. And I was like, what's going on? I had been in the same amount of hours in the sun. I had nothing. But you could see I got sun because on I had tanning lines everywhere from that swimsuit. But yeah. So I think that in that way, my parents has always been like, well, she does not need sunscreen. Why should she? Um, I start using it when I was in my 30s and start having a skincare routine. And I talked to a dermatologist, and she was like, I would recommend you using that in your face at least as a part of your skincare routine to protect your face from the bad things in the sun. Um, so therefore, I am using it on a daily basis, also in the winter time. But I'm not in, not on my arms and my legs and like that. If I'm in the winter time, if I am in the summer, I'm going out. I have a skirt on and um, I will be having on legs, but I'm not sunbathing anymore as I did when I was young. When I was young, I could be in the sun for hours. I can't do that anymore. So Ulla says she has tried to be sunburned. So since then she she's learned to use sunscreen. Yeah, I think that it's a. I get why Miss Coffee. It was not an issue back then, but today everyone knows that no matter who you are, so to speak, you should wear some kind of sun protection. You might not need as high as a protection rate as if you're dark in the skin as you do if you're really light. So, but you still need a bit of a protection. So, because the layer here in the industrial world is a bit thinner, I think. So it's just better to be on the safe side. I would be like that. I have been after my kids, not my kids, but my stepkids, since day one almost, when they were going out in the sun. Take some cream on, use sun protection, use after sun, because you are, it's not just about getting sunburned. It's also about getting protected from the skin cancer, because skin cancer can really develop to be something nasty. As skin is a really big part of our body, so you know, I think it's actually, to be honest, it's actually that cancer thing I am most afraid of. Um, Maybe because I know how much I have been in the sun without protection of my life. So yeah, I actually did get. I wouldn't say I got sunburned per se, but I was at a gymnastic event outside, and I was sitting a whole day watching gymnastics, and it was like the sun was shining, but it was very windy, so it was kind of cold too. So I didn't even realize that I actually got uh, sunburned on my nose and my forehead until I got inside, and I did a bit of it. Was I could see it was a bit dark on the nose, on the forehead, and then it started, itching it a little, and I itched it, and underneath, I was like, I looked like a pig. I had this, yeah, almost this color underneath. I have a horror story about the sun. When I was a teenager, we went to the Canary Island on vacation. Two girls in our complex decided to apply, oh no, cooking oil to their skin to get a better tan, and ended up needing to be taken to the emergency room. True horror, and how stupid. Oh my god. How stupid can people be? I mean, how however can you think that's a good idea? You know, where who told you that was a good idea? Oh god. Yeah. Hopefully they got out of it all right. But yeah, that's stupid. But I think, unfortunately, the humans as race are stupid. They are stupid and intelligent at the same time, because they can develop the most, and they can build the most amazing things, but they can also do the most stupid things in the world and be like, whatever happened if I do this? Like when people want to build muscles quick, not strength but muscles, some of them has been injecting themselves with oil. It's like, why? You're killing yourself. Your body can't cope when you put that in your body the wrong way, so to speak. He was injecting it in his overarms, in the muscles, to make them look bigger. I was like, you're gonna kill yourself. I mean, it's more than enough for me. Those guys that are using steroids and stuff like that to have bigger bodies, bigger muscles. And the funny thing is, most of it is happening in their head. Yeah, it is game over, binge. It is. Um, because if you ask a woman, first of all, if you ask women, do you like a natural size muscle that you can see has been used for something like physical work or something, or do you want just big muscles? And they will, believe me, most of them will be like, I like the natural way, because you want there to be strength behind. There's no strength in when the muscles has been pumped up in an artificial way. It's just pure balloon air. That comes down to them getting a pump on at the gym, and they get home and it's gone. Yeah, I know. But still, I mean, I know it's not, I know it has been a bigger problem anyway in Denmark. I know there's been a lot of lobbying going on, both in the gyms and just in general, in the whole world surrounding the gyms, that has made it a much healthier environment to train and to build muscles in, to be you know, working as or building muscles for like a bodybuilder, I know it's much better today than it has been. So be happy, eat cake. Yeah. When people ask me why how I what I do not to have that much wrinkle in my face, I usually say I eat a lot of chocolate. That's how you keep such smooth face. Eat a lot of chocolate, then you won't have to. It's like a filler. Well, yeah. I think it's a good excuse. I think it's a good excuse. Something with food. Be sure. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't. Oh. I mean, for me personally, the most amazing bodies that has been built are the gymnastics. A mad gymnastic like the Olympics, the only the only ones I really that can kind of just keep me looking the whole time is like when I see the male gymnastics when they are competing. I mean, if I keep diamond painting, my left arm will have huge muscles. Yeah. Yep. So that is why we are. When you start diamond painting, you will feel some muscle pain in the beginning, or something. Oh yeah, or something. Oh, yeah. But that's also. I think I'm kind of also a bit. That's my perfect personal preference. There are. I know my sister in Manchester. She's a bit more for the bigger muscles. I think I'm more into the lean kind of muscles. The colors in this painting is something else. Amazing, Vince. I'm happy. I'm happy you gave in and gave it a try, the DAC. Even though you were a bit skeptical in the beginning, I'm happy you caved in and gave it a fair chance. I was, but for peace of mind, I can't go back now. I mean, as I said before, what I like about Diamond Nightclub is, of course, I like the pictures they are releasing. If I didn't like the artist or the pictures that were there, I wouldn't buy no matter how good the quality of the paintings are. When that said, there are some special. They do have a consistency in the quality, in the drills, in the canvases. So I know what I get, and I really like that. Especially when I do pay a good amount of money, for it. It's not like it's crazy expensive. I think it is more expensive than Amazon or Wish or Timu or whatever. But I don't think it's crazy expensive. Like some past kits were night and day. Yeah. Um, so I like really, I don't mind paying for me being able to know what I get before I get it. And then I really like the custom service. I really like the feel I get for the company, that they are more than, it's more than just a business. It is actually, the people that are working there are actually having the same passion. Most of them have. I can't speak for everyone, but that's a feeling when I read comments from the custom service, all the things I have been writing to them about. They have always been forthcoming, helpful. They really try and help solve things with me, and they seem very aware of me being customer and put a lot of my money in their business, without they being like obeying my every want or need. My big thing was the shipping, but I just buy two when I place an order. Yeah. Also, it makes me more picky about the picture. I feel if it moved back to budget kits, I just buy and buy with these pics. I know when I plan to do them, and they will have all the drills and a great canvas. Yeah, and that's another thing, that you, no matter how long it takes on from you buy them and get them till you do them, you will get the same quality. It's the same thing whether you do it the day you get them or you do it a year later or 2 years later. And I like that. I like that really a lot. So, and I think, for instance, today I did something that is very, very long time since I did it last, but I was actually on the DAC VIP group, and it was a bit of an accident. I was in there, but because I was on my Facebook, and that was definitely an accident, but I was there. So, and then there was a lady asking on behalf of us from Denmark. Um, she was a bit wondering why we can't buy from Amazon. What, why, what mechanics could there be behind it? She was very nice about it, so there's nothing about that. But actually, just the fact that there came an answer, she was kind of asking in the group. So it was not like she expected an answer for Diamond Art Club, there's custom service, but they actually did answer her. And just that fact that they do have people that have that as a task, to read through the group and see, keep an eye out on it and be like, okay, it's probably the admins, and they will be like, hey, custom service, I think you need to answer this, for instance, on this. um, I really like that. For me, it says something about it, and I was in close dialogue with him when I started it. When not the first ones, but when they changed the conditions here in Denmark, and they made a online one stop solution, an online, that the shops could be a part of, so that I wouldn't have to pay for import tax and duty fees. Um, and um, and they were really, forthcoming and answering, and we will, I promise you. And I get it. We read about it. We need to look a bit more into it now. Okay, I'm sorry, but this will take time, and but we are going to do it. We just need things to be able to handle all the things about it. So you saw that post, Bench. So I really like that the AC answered it. They didn't have to. They could just have let it, left it to the rest of the group or the members just to answer that or try and find an answer on it. Um, so and I know this about Amazon, and I know that there are products I can't buy, unfortunately, and for me it's like I just I just accepted it. To be honest, I tell you flat down, it's just been one of these things. When I started shopping on Amazon, I have just accepted there are things I can't get, and then I move on. Um, Usually, it isn't. It's not that with diamond paintings because it's another issue. But usually, it when I can't get certain things on Amazon, it's just usually something to do with me want to have the cheapest one, and the cheapest one is something where I shop, in in Chinese shop that does not shop with Denmark. So it's like okay, um, or it has to do with a thing, something I want to buy that they usually will have on stock in, for instance, in Europe somewhere. So they will get when I buy it, they will get it within Europe, but they can have it in stock, for instance, in the States. So if I want it from there, I can't get it because sometimes I can see things can be like unavailable for me one week, and then it will be available for me next week to a completely different price, but it will still be a thing I can buy. So I'm a bit conflicted sometimes with Amazon. They do have things on there I can't buy anywhere else, and I will buy it there. But if I can buy it somewhere else, for instance, like in Denmark, I will try and buy it in here just because I want to support our own shops, but also that I'm not too happy about Amazon overall. A while ago, I did get into a debate with this American woman who said that people need to suck it up and stop complaining about an American store selling things to people outside the country. I was like, lady, you do realize we pay like two times, sometimes three times the price you do for project. So wanting to have our voices heard is not a big ask. Uh, I have to read that again. A while ago, I did get into a debate with this American woman who said that people need to suck it up and stop complaining about an American store selling things to people outside the country. So people were complaining that the American store was selling to people outside country, outside the states. And she was like, suck it up. Oh, so people were complaining because very expensive, and they didn't like it. Oh, it was probably because the shipping or what on the VIP group when people were asking about Amazon. Oh, okay. I didn't read. I was not reading the entire thread. I just read the first couple, the first line or the first one with DSC. I didn't read the rest because I knew I would be upset. So I know from experience, don't do it. Just don't do it. uh, yeah, I know. No, it was DAC Amazon. It was the one. So it was the same as the one I was just talking about, or was it another one? Because it's not the same for all Europe, you know. Oh, okay, but I think it's different, and as could see from the thread from I read from the Danish lady today, it's different from country to country, even between the Scandinavian ones. So, I mean, it's just one of these. I mean, in a way, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see why you feel it's unfair. Um, I might be agreeing a bit with the lady, like, suck it up, go somewhere else. How important is it to get these Amazon kits? That's one thing. I'm like, is it because then you feel like you are left out and you're not, because there are things you don't have access to buy? But it's not like you can't buy any Amazon kits at all. As I have understood it, there are these Amazon kits are smaller ones. I think, yeah, I think they are in a way, binge. I think that, but of course there are kits there that you can't get. They don't sell it on the ordinary site. But I don't know if this is. I'm just saying how I feel about it, because I'm like, yeah, okay, the kids I don't have access to. To be honest, it would be a problem if it was like in general I couldn't get DAC kits. Um, no, it's just that it is smaller, as like snack size ones. I'm here for it's almost 10, an hour and a half, 2 hours more. Hey, Pinks. Where you're just lurking in the background. But a couple of hours. I might not be here for much longer than a couple of hours. It's been a long day for me. A lot of things has happened, so I might not be much longer than that. But at least for an hour and a half, and maybe 2 hours. But I mean, even even if there was kids pictures on the on the um on the Amazon that was like once in a lifetime. I know you have been talking about this bit, but once in a lifetime kids. I'd be like, yeah, but that's in general. I can't buy all the kits in the world. I can't buy all the pictures in the world. I can't buy all the pictures I like in the world. I can't even buy all the pictures I wish for in the world. I can just buy a small amount of pictures. Um, so why bother? Why be like, oh, it's too much that you don't sell. Why don't you sell the ones that are Amazon kits? Why are they not for sale on the ordinary site? Why do you have kits that are only for Amazon? I'm like, I don't give a flying fish, because I have more than enough on the ordinary part or site that I can buy. Um, I see a lot on Oraloa I would love to buy. I don't have the money for it. I see a lot on Munimate I would love to buy. I don't have the money for it. But I would say I would still be picky about what I bought, even if I had the money for it, even if I had the whole as many money as I could wish for. I would still be picky. I would still only do whatever I could, and I would still only buy. I might not think as much about it, but I would still buy, be picky about it. And I think in a way that sometimes people get more desperate or more feel more like left behind if there's things they don't have access to. If it's like they feel like you are being left out, I won't allow you to buy this because you are living in a different country than me. I'm like, and this is what they wrote. Okay, Bench. Well, we will be talking later. Have fun. Take care. See you. Thanks for stopping by. If you don't get to pop back in, I hope to see you later. Then. So I hope it's just like um people today, I think, can be very easily felt like entitled, or can feel like uh why can they have, why can't I? Why don't you just be happy that they can get you can get something else? And I think that's kind of maybe sometimes when people are like, suck it up, suck it in, or have a breather, or why why bother? Because there's so many pictures that you can buy. um yeah, and then there's some people that can buy a bit amount of more, and I can see why. I would wish that it would be like that you would could buy on Amazon, that we could buy on Amazon, so that we could be like, because they are smaller, the kids, and some of them are more beginner friendly. So whenever I was talking with a beginner in diamond painting, I could kind of refer them to Amazon and be like, this and is an option instead of Wish. And I think that's also why DAC is trying to, you know, get them to open up for the whole world in that sense. But yeah. Okay. That was my rant for today. Sorry. See, this is one of the reasons. Oh, sorry. This is one of the reasons why I don't. I'm not as far as I have hoped for, but I do have. Let's see. It is almost 10 now, so I have at least an hour before I will do the scratch. So I think I'm going for one more of these lines, and then I'm gonna hope that I can do a bit of scratch in the end of the stream. Um, sorry. And this is where I don't get upset. I just get a bit, passionate about some things. So I do apologize if I was stepping on any toes. That was not my intention. I can get a bit passionate about it and not think too much about other people might have a different opinion than mine. So I do apologize. I think the Griffin the Crest has 14 bags of 940. Are you doing a Griffin the Crest paints? Isn't it that one with the whole dark background? Maybe that wasn't for me. I kitted up part of the way, gonna save the bags when I need to, and no, that's not the kit. Okay. Hmm. What is it? I get curious. Oh, shoot. I'm not too crazy about running. Okay. You were saying I was just I just stumbled upon I s- just I just stumbled upon the back in stock thing. I should just focus on what I was in here for, okay? Nothing else. Why can't I imagine him? Oh, that one. I was thinking of something else, maybe. I must have. Which one? It's got the lion and it says Gryffindor on it. They have lion. It's from DAC, right? 945. It's. Oh, it's the one. Okay. It is. It's gotta be. Oops, that one here. It's this one, right? Wow. But it's a beautiful one, though. It's a beautiful one, though. Yeah, it's a 56 by 79. And it has 8 colors. It's kind of the same size as this one I'm sitting with. Mine is a 50 by 70. So it is the same area size. And my dog is still doing really, really good. So I think, and today I was walking him myself. So today I got to see how he was running and how, you know, his movement is and stuff. There's nothing. He's completely healed. I think he got a sprain something. Maybe up in the shoulder or something. Um, the thing is, I did a big bit. I did some stretching things I learned when I was on different classes to be a obedience trainer. We learned how to stretch the dog out, and I learned too when I was uh, training to be an agility trainer. So I did some of those, and he didn't react to them at all. Of course, I did it in a, you know, nice soft manner, so I didn't like just twitch the things around. I was just doing really calmly, softly stretching, but he didn't do anything. So I think he might just have, you know, stretched something and did a bit of a sprain or something, muscle. Um, and that's why he was feeling so bad, feeling poorly and had a lot of pain. Um, and you know, you can tell a kid, a human kid, that don't worry, it's nothing. It's just a sprained ankle, or it's just it will pass. But you can't say that to a dog. You know, you can't say that to a dog. Mine, you can't say that to mine at least, because he would just look at you like, yeah, that might be, but I feel like I'm dying. So that might be that it's just a sprained ankle. It does not feel like that. Okay? Okay. And the way a dog can look at you, and you feel like he's talking, he's saying these things. It's like, why are you hurting me? And I'm like, I don't hurt you. You hurt you. Why does this do like this? Okay. So I'm just gonna move this again, and when I do this, it's just, I really would love these guiding circles to be in the middle of the holes in the mesh ruler, and so that's why I kind of forces it down here. So hopefully they will get that level. They have, because they do have a bit of a room here for wiggle waggle room. A wiggle waggle room. So I actually have enough space. It's just a matter of me just wiggle them a bit and they will fall into place here. So that's quite okay. So, and I just need the reason why I'm like this is because the guiding circles are white. The guiding circles are the white circles that are underneath, and because they're white, they're very, very clear to see. When that being said, I would say it's not like you can see it from far away, but if you're a bit, if you want to have things to be neat, like I wanted, it does bother me a bit, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse than it is. So I'm just gonna move them a bit, and I'm moving them a bit like so it's more fits the ruler, and it's like it's just a certain area. So I'm just gonna see if I can move them a bit without being like regretting it in a minute. Yeah, that's okay. Overall, these are quite okay as, and they're in the sense that quality wise, these round drills, because they go really easy through the mesh ruler. I have no problem. I don't have to push hard to push them through. They actually do get quite nice through when I put them there. When I do when I put them already from the get-go here. With some kids I have to, like, when I filled it out and I'm lifting the ruler, I really need to be sure to push the drills down on the canvas. I don't have that to do that with this one, so that in that way it's quite good. I'm just gonna see. Yeah, we should be able to do it. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna do it in an hour, and then we will and then I'm just gonna stop and we will do the rest tomorrow if I can't, if I'm not far enough. So about an hour. Today is my last day as a sick person. Tomorrow I can say I have work. It is nice. Oh, so you have okay. In that way, it's a bit different than mine then, because I wasn't on a sick thing. I was cleared, so to speak, in that way. There was just nothing they can do to make my pain go away, and therefore it's chronic and stable, and they can't do anything. So that's why I got the special contract thing. But congratulations, Ulla. You are finally a true member of the workforce here in Little Denmark. You know what? I think I'm gonna do something else. Because I could just stop putting drills on now and then do the other things. I will think I'm gonna do that. So before I put too many drills on, I'm gonna stop and we're gonna do something else, and then I'm gonna pick up this tomorrow and finish this and hope I am a bit more clear in the head tomorrow. Oh, you were on, but I wasn't even that. I was on beneficial. You know, it was not even for sick leave. I was on contingent. You know, on resource. What they call resource money. That is the same as the lowest um, money you can go amount of money you can get from the official part of Denmark. I think I'm gonna do that because I feel like I'm a bit unfocused. I think I'm more tired than I really uh, am aware of. So I think I'm gonna do this. Because another thing I could be a bit afraid of is that if I keep on, I might do something where I put the wrong color, you know, in an entire one, and I don't want to do that because that is a bit of a not so funny thing to rectify on these when there's a mesh rule on. So I'm just gonna put this on, and I'm gonna put cover paper on and put it away, and then we're gonna do. I'm gonna do angel cards, but I think I'm gonna do angel cards in the last part or in an hour at least, because I want to give the ones that might come there around in an hour from now the opportunity to get angel cards. So we're gonna do some scratch board, scratch cards. I feel a bit worn out. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I think that's about a solution, and then we have tomorrow to get going. So I'm gonna put color minus on this just to keep it there. I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna switch this off. I didn't get to do as much as I had hoped for, to be honest, but I did do a little bit, so it's better than nothing, right? I had my aim for a bit more, but I can feel it. It's not gonna be good if I keep on doing this. Insisting on working on this is not good. So we're gonna go for another solution. Oops. That. So don't worry, Ulla, we will be doing the angel cards. It's just gonna be in an hour or so, and not right now. Don't worry, we will do it. I haven't forgot about you. need to stand up a bit. I need to stand up. So oh, good. Just so you know, it was just so you know that I haven't forgot about you. I haven't forgotten about you. Yeah, this should be on the other side as well. Cylinder. There you go. And let's see. This has 25. This needs a bit of oh. So tomorrow I'm going to get checked if I need new glasses or new contact lenses, which I think I do. Just because I feel like I can't see anything with the ones I have. So I'm trying to go a bit with the cardboard or the board here today because my bag is a bit not too happy about life, and I want to see if I can do it like this and keep streaming. I would say I have enough alternative to what I can do, but if it's my back that's kind of killing me and it's the one that's kind of letting me down, I am a bit more limited because then I will think then it might not matter what I try to do, it will still hurt, so it depends a bit, but we're just trying now for now. So let's see if I can get a bit on these flowers done, and then we will go with the face. And then we will go with the face. Oh, the feeling when you're tired, but it's kind of your body hasn't completely grasped that point of life. It's like, yeah, tired. No, not me. Like when kids are tired and say, "Oh, you look tired. Shouldn't you go to bed?" And they're like, "Oh, tired? Not me." And they're almost falling off the couch. That's how our oldest was when he was 6 or 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know how it is now because he's, a young man that is not living with us anymore. But I think in a way that he will still be staying up longer than he should. And that might be a bit of the problem. That could be one of the reasons why he had the accident today with the car. It could be maybe he fell asleep because he's really not good at getting the sleep he needs, and he's not good at getting the food he needs. So and the body can only cope with that much until it's kind of either you get some sleep or you get something to eat, or I'm gonna collapse underneath you. I know that. What it says, I was supposed to sleep for an hour today, but it was turned out to be 5 hours. I've had a busy week, so I forgot to take care of myself. Yeah, it's a thing, and like I said to one of the doctors at one point, it's not a problem for me to be active enough because I don't sit still for very long. The problem has been and is still that I am not good at sitting still, so I don't get to take the naps I need. Um, and I get more rest now when my husband is home because he will be taking care of the dog, and he's really good at being like reminding me like I think you should go in and have a nap, or he's like um shouldn't you go and take a nap? Or were you on your way to take a nap? I think it's that he's usually saying. I'm like, I might then. If you say so, I am. So yeah. So I am trying, but to be completely honest, on a daily basis when I'm home alone, I'm not sleeping that much. I'm not resting as much as I should. And now where I'm working and working more and more, getting more and more things to solve and do and take care of, I need to be better at that part. That's for sure, because I'm not good enough, and it kind of shows on Thursday and Fridays. On the last part of the week. I'm tending to be so exhausted that I do get reactions from my body. I do get a increase in my pain levels and all that. So yeah. And then I kind of get, I know the feeling about, but then I won't be able to, like my stepson, like he was so afraid that there were things he wouldn't be part of. So that was why he was awake a lot of the times anyway. Um, and I'm like, yeah, but that's life. So, and if I really want to be doing as much as my heart desire, I need to be better at taking care of me. Um, so we are practicing, and it's just not easy when things like this happens morning, or when my husband got fired and all that. It's just, it just, throw things in the mix that makes it a bit more complicated or draining for me to be me. So but I was considering to do the to be a part of the event that Binge does, because it is more like just all you have to do is follow Binge and then do some diamond painting and share the progress on the Discord. I think I could do that, so I might as well do that. Because I'm only, and it's gonna be with my snow dragon, because that is the one I'm most serious about working on, and I think when I'm done with that, I'm gonna finish the girl in here, and then it's gonna be in that sequence. I think that it is a bit of a challenge for me, but on the other hand, I really enjoy having to work, that I can work on both. Knowing that one will go a bit faster than the other, and it's gonna be like that, but on the other hand, it's like it's not that much in between those. I think I'm gonna go with, when I'm done with Snow Dragon, I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna either I am going to do one more and Stokes, or I'm gonna do one of my Rankle Spankles. Um, I have a couple of them. I actually think I have one I haven't unboxed. I'm not quite sure, but something tells me I do have that. And if I do have that, I might be doing that one, because then I can do the unboxing and all that. And that is something I do, miss sometimes. The whole, when I do the unboxing, I want to do that picture right now. And so therefore, I do have a couple of pictures where I can do that left. So I can actually do an unboxing and be like, I'm gonna keep it on the table because I'm gonna kit it up and start on it whenever I'm ready. So I think I'm gonna do that. If it, I can't actually remember, and I can't remember which it was supposed to be. I have four, I think five or six pictures I haven't unboxed, and for me that means that they are not part of my binder either. So, and I need to unbox them, because I love having that, that view over the things, be able to look in my binder, see how many pictures do I have that are not done, and how many do I have done, and all that. So um yeah, so I think that's the one I think I'm gonna do. um I have I have one. I have the siblings, and I have winter, what you call, Christmas helpers or something. And I have a mystery painting. That's not that much mystery for me, because I know how it looks. It's amazing, but it's huge. Um, and I was kind of thinking, wanted to do that next year, but let's see. Because I have a couple of horse pictures too, and I have my American anthem, which is an eagle, that I kind of was thinking of doing in here, because it could be a present for my husband. So that, and it's not that often he is coming in here that way. And if I'm just gonna, I can just kind of hide it away. He's not always looking that much. So it is a bit easier for me to hide it in here than to do it in the living room. In there he's a bit more aware of what I'm working on. That he isn't here. Here in here he will just come in and say goodnight and then he will, move on. Whereas if it's in the living room, he could be, coming over and standing looking at it in pure just to be interested in what I'm working on. So that's not something that's gonna happen if I'm gonna do it for his birthday, which is in June. So it could be a thing. It could be a May thing. Cause I wanna do under the cherry tree from the AC. The other Chrysotica picture, I wanna do that in May. Just because it's one of my favorite ones. I think it's gonna be a favorite one just because it is really beautiful and yeah. It was one I did wish list on Heaven and Earth Design to do as a cross stitch, but I prefer to do it in diamond painting. I can feel it. I can feel I prefer to do it in diamond painting, but it's not a given thing, I could as well have just been like, I'm gonna do it in cross stitch instead of, but. Oh, my husband told me that Body Shop has um, has gone, bankrupt. They filed for bankruptcy Wednesday. I was like, Body Shop? They have been here forever. Like, they have been existing. They started back in 1973. So they have been here forever. So it's a really sad thing, I think, that they lost the fight to survive, unfortunately. I don't know the details. I don't know what in caused it or started it, but probably something to do with the pandemic. Probably. Probably. But den hedder også Body Shop på dansk. Ulla. Body Shop. Okay, I haven't heard. Cause we have 1 year where I live. Yeah, yeah. Two also here. I haven't seen, but I haven't been by it for a while, so they might have closed. But it's been like Wednesday this week. They filed for bankruptcy, and I think until it kind of gets effective out in all the stores all around the world, they're probably gonna try and sell out or whatever they have. I would imagine, unfortunately, but I think it's kind of sad. It was my husband that told he wrote it somewhere. So it was probably in one of the news thing he's keeping track of these days a bit more than usual. So it should be valid. It should be good information, but unless someone is spreading fake news, you never know. You never know. But I could. It's not completely like out there for me because I have sometimes wondered how rituals and body shop could be like coexisting, so to speak, because they're kind of the same concept. I would just say the rituals to me is a bit more exclusive, like uh, better, you know, containers and stuff like that. More, yeah, more exclusive, more, and it is a bit more expensive. Um, but but the concept itself with having things, all things are made on natural base and with no animal cruelty, no testing on animals and all that. um so it might be that battle they lost uh as a worldwide thing. But it is sad. I mean, it is sad. It is absolutely sad. Okay, which one are we going for? I think I'm going for the face first. So we're going to do the eyes here. I'm going to do the eyes first. Oh shit. That was not a part of the plan. Let's just say that. Okay, it looks like she has a rainbow in her eye. Almost. It almost looks like she has a rainbow. Uh, okay, this is a bit more. This is a bit hard. It's a part of the harder section because, you know, it's small black lines I'm trying to keep there and not being erased. That can be a bit difficult, but we're trying, not giving up. We're not giving up. And she has whiplashes underneath her eyes, and I really would love to have those be a part of it too, but they're really tiny. They are really tiny. They're not as good as I want them to be, but on the other hand, they're there. They are there. bit off with the print, but it looks like it should have been moved a bit. When I look at this up close, I can see on the colors here that it's like they have drawn the face with the color with the eyes and that, and it looks like it should have been shifted a bit to the right. Oh, this way. When I look at the color, but and it has like they have made like the almond shape of the eye is going like here, and the black is like here, and I can't do anything about it because it only shows now where I'm removing the gray from the area. So that's just gonna be it. Can't do anything about it. It is what it is. Now we're gonna do one more hot line here, and I am going to, I think I'm gonna do all the small lines here first, and then I can take the big, you know, like forehead and all the cheeks and whatnot, that are larger pieces afterward. Because it is, for instance, this one where I'm gonna, it's not an eyebrow, this one, this here I'm doing, it's actually the part of the eyelid. And that is something some Asians don't have. That like make where you can, that this line here would, that makes kind of an eye. That's not all Asian that has that. Just a bit of a fun fact. If you think it's funny, do you think it's funny? So we're gonna do. I'm trying. This is usually I wouldn't care, but what I saw with the other one I did is that because it's kind of a foil, the color one, so you can actually see the way you scrape on the last portions in the areas here. If I do like this when I scrape, I will see it underneath. So I'm trying to do a scrape pattern that will be as much true to how I would draw it. So for instance, here on the lid, instead of doing like that emotion on it, I'm doing this emotion. I hope that makes sense. And up here with the eyebrows, I'm trying to do a bit of a vertical line. So when I do the rest of the forehead, I will try and do something that is as close to the hair shape, for instance, and I think be a bit more like where, have a bit more attention on how I scrape than just scrape. Because I could see on the other one it does have kind of an impact. It's not like it's a big thing, you know. It's still more for me than it is for anyone else, but as I am the one that is doing it, I should be happy about it too, and be satisfied about what I do. So, and I was not quite with the other one. I hope I will reach that bit more with this one, because I thought that when I, for instance, if I'm just give it a very light touch here and remove whatever residue there is, that it wouldn't, you wouldn't be able to see it, but you can still see it. I discovered it's not as clear as if you really press through it, but you can still see it. So I'm trying to do it different this time. The same but different. I think that's the way you say it. Same but different. So the company where I work, they are 6 years this year. So we're gonna celebrate the birthday in because it's March 13. So I'm a bit curious what they want to do to celebrate because I'm not as it is a very small company. So I don't think we should as employee expect anything, other than maybe lunch or something. But I have a feeling. I have a feeling. So here I think I'm gonna go very light, but I'm gonna go with the cheekbone shape, so it's gonna be true to that line, so to speak. Like this. Okay. Oh, that looks okay. I like that. That's a better strategy. That is a much better strategy. Yeah. So when I see it in the light, the lines will go follow the cheekbones and like up and down, for instance. So I'm gonna have this one. It's a line here. Actually, actually got the idea from partly from when I color. They got the drawings from my friend Bettina, and then partly from the way that my writing instructor showed how she groomed the forehead of the horse, where the hair goes kind of separate ways, and this reminds me a bit of it. Like I do it one way and then I'm gonna do it the other way. It looks a bit funny now, but it would be good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. It looks funny, this one, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Ah, ah. Oh, careful, careful. Okay, let's see. Then I can go, if I go like this. She looks like a pig right now, to be honest. Around the nose. She does. Or like she has a face mask on. I have a clay. No, I don't have it, but I had at one point. I had like a clay face mask, and when I used it, I looked like a bit like this. Okay, I think this was better. It seemed like this one is a bit too rough on it, on the paper. So I think I'm gonna get better result with this one. yeah. Getting there, we're getting there. I might not get all of it done today in the face, just because I don't want to rush it, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I can see what they want, but I'm not quite satisfied with it because it's not on point. So it looks to me a bit stupid, but I'm gonna go with it, and then I'm gonna do what I always do, let it be, and we're gonna look at it again tomorrow and see what we think. But it's just because if I look on the other one, it was a bit more on point with the opening on the mouth, and here it's just a bit off. Whoops, sorry. It's a bit off, and then when I look at it, it looks a bit strange. Because it's actually on the collar part here, there's actually a mouth. So you can see the mouth. It's not just a collar. You can actually see the mouth. So it does look a bit funny, I think, when with the black, in my opinion. And a bit the same with the nose. So that's one of the things. It's one of the situations where it kind of. I wish it was a bit, not this way, because I could have might have saved it beforehand, but I can't do anything about this way. skal have det inde lige om lidt. I'm losing focus a bit. I can feel it. So we got a bit good portion done today, and I might, when I've removed everything here that I'm supposed to, I might remove a bit more, just because I think it looks a bit stupid, to be honest. But we will see. I'm gonna let it be, and then I'm gonna, decide when I'm done with the whole thing whether I'm gonna keep it or not. I'm gonna show you in a minute what I mean. So I will just remove enough for you to see that it is a bit slighted. Let's see. I can't completely remove everything here, because then I think the eyes are gonna look really stupid, but if you look really closely, you can almost see that it's kind of off. There's a mouth here, and the black should have been right in the opening, so it should have been black here and the shadow down here. And the same about the black line should have been here and here instead of here. And here it's actually a bit off, so it's kind of that way. It's a bit to this way and that way, so it's both. It's a bit sideways, and so I don't know. I'm not happy about it. Always unfortunately, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just gonna scratch the rest of this forehead and this and all that tomorrow or another day, and of course the arm and the breast. And yeah, the for me it's what I think is, maybe I should just remove the whole eye thing, and maybe it's better it's just a hint of it than this. That I'm not happy about. So that was a bit unfortunate. I didn't expect that, to be honest. So and I think what you can say that the difference is that it actually takes a bit more of the to be precise with a face that looks right up you at you, with the eyes and the nose and all that, instead of this where she's kind of in a profile. Yeah, it does look wrong, doesn't it? So I think I'm gonna scrap. Ooh, I'm gonna scratch the whole thing as it's supposed to be, and then I'm gonna remove black as afterwards. So I have a complete, picture of how it looks, but it does look a bit off. I think, to be honest, I'm gonna remove the mouth. So at least I'm gonna remove this one. Of the two of them, so it's gonna be yeah. I might as well remove this one too. So as I said, it does actually look better when it's not that old, because there is a mouth here. They have drawn already a mouth, and what they what they do with the black ones is this just gonna emphasize, like, the mouth is open here. Then it would have looked nice with a black here, like, so you would see that the mouth is open, and underneath here it's like the shadow with the light. But when it's not on point, it looks actually quite stupid. But it's much worse what I'm gonna do with the I'm gonna remove those two. I just decided this looks stupid. It's much worse what I'm gonna do with the eyes. Yeah, didn't it? It looked really much better on her mouth. And her nose too, to be honest. So, but I don't know how it's gonna look if I remove all the black from the eyes, and that's kind of my worry. But you can see there is actually a face underneath, and that's what I'm like going with. And maybe I should just remove, the whole eye drawing, all that. I don't know. I kind of don't know. The other ones were kind of, um, you know, a given thing, but this, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it tomorrow. I might be a bit more, I might be a bit more fresh in my head. Okay, I'm gonna clean up here, and then we're gonna do some angel cards, and I'm gonna be off for today because I am beat. But I promise angel cards, so we're gonna do angel cards. So, if you're lurking in the background, or you're just stopping by and you're wondering what is she talking about, I am talking about a little fun game with some cards. Gonna do some oracle cards, and there are some really beautiful pictures on. Some have written a interpretation, you could say, of what the cards are telling you, the pictures telling you, and that I'm gonna read, and then that's it. So you can do whatever you want with that information, just for a bit of fun, or maybe some direction, or good advice, or whatever. And I think it's just you and me, Ula. Because my feeling is that people are a bit busy today. stuff up, but I am really beat. So I'm gonna go with that one. But if it's only you, I might be. I could do a bit of coloring, to be honest. On the last part. Just because the coloring I can do. There you go. It doesn't take that much. It's just kind of, I have the markers right here and all the other things right here. So let's see some cards. Let's see some cards. Can I do this today? I could actually do that. Amazing. I couldn't do that when I bought the cards. I couldn't do that when I bought the cards. That's okay. Oh, that was an easy number, Ulla. You know what? I'm gonna give you the 2 from here, and just because I think it's just you and me almost, no one else has kind of, you know, said anything. Let's see, I might as well give you a Danish version too from the other one. Here. Oh. Yeah. I saw that too. So I'm gonna do both versions today, just because it's just me. But if anyone is watching this on a replay, I don't want them to be, you know, there will be a version they can get no matter what. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick up here, and then I'm gonna take the bottom card here. I'm gonna take the bottom card here and flip it. And this says understanding, and it looks like this. So we can do it like this. So there will be one for if people, whoever's watching this on a replay or such, will get a card. 19. Understanding. When you bring the willingness to listen and understand to a situation, you go beyond your assumptions and experience and allow people to feel seen and heard. And allow people to feel seen and heard. A determination or judgment may be based on perception or appearances. Conclusions can be formed before facts are checked or all the relevant information is known. It is wise to be diligent about researching and developing an informed understanding of situations before taking action. In conversation, you can be so focused on telling your story or sharing your impressions that you might forget to listen to what the other person is saying. Even if you are listening, you might not clearly understand what is said. Aim for a deeper appreciation of where people are coming from, what they are experiencing, what motivates them, and what they require from you. If you can remain objective as you listen, it will help to know you it will help you know more about the person with whom you are communicating. With understanding, you can develop wisdom. Wisdom enables you to make better decisions and to assist others from a solid foundation. Understanding opens the door to consideration and caring. Reflect on a situation with honesty and openness, and much will be gained. A nature fairy sits among a bunch of leaves. The fairy has large ears that resemble wings. A pair of antennae protrude from the fairy's head. The appearance of the fairy's ears emphasizes the importance of listening. The colorful hue of the ears may mean a magical opportunity is coming your way, so be sure to listen more careful than usual. Antenna also emphasize the importance of paying attention, as good news will soon be heard. Green leaves may symbolize new ventures, opportunities, or hope. They may confirm that you have all the tools at hand for reaching your aspirations. Affirmation: I gratefully listen with love and understanding. So we can all try and work and be better at understanding each other. That is what this card is saying, I think. Beautiful, beautiful card. From Josephine Ward. So that was one. And we're going with the same number with these ones. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to shuffle them. And then there will be some of you that understand what I'm saying when I'm reading, and some of you won't. This you needed that to hear that you need to listen more than to talk. Yeah. I think I would give you good advice about that. I will give it now in English, and then I will give it to you in Danish, just to be sure you understand it, because it's actually important. If you want to train to be a good listener, the most important thing when you do that is when someone is talking to you, not, of course you listen, but try to listen without trying to form an answer. Try and listen, as they say here in the book, with an open heart and with awareness. So you're listening and not focusing on anything else. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same as before. I'm gonna split it in two, and then I'm gonna take one card from bottom here, and I'm gonna flip the other one. So, okay. Nej, det jeg siger, det er, at hvis man skal træne sig at lytte, og det er faktisk en af de sværeste øvelser, der findes, det er at kunne lytte uden fordom, kan man sige. Det er ikke at prøve at allerede forme et svar, når den anden så fortæller, men lytte hele fortællingen til ende, og så må du så bruge de minutter, eller hvor lang tid det nu skal være, for at du kan svare det, der kan være det, du vil svare. Fordi det er en tendens, vi har generelt, det er, at vi vil rigtig gerne give et hurtigt svar på noget, som folk spørger sig om, eller fortælling, eller et eller andet. Og der er det altså meget, meget vigtigt, at man hører det til ende, inden man svarer, for det kan være, at det gør, at det kan have meget stor betydning for det svar, man giver. Godt. Okay, og det her hedder så sundhed. Skytsenglen for sundhed. Denne engel, der holder en kurv fyldt til randen med det gode helbreds frugter, velsigner os med et sundt livssyn. Den fører opsyn med de måder, hvorpå vi passer på vores krop og viser os, hvordan vi kan genvinde vores modstandskraft og positive indstilling efter sygdom. Englerige engel i formens himmel. Himmelsk funktion er at passe på og beskytte vores helbred. Gaver til jorden, den kan hjælpe dig med at finde den energi, du har behov for til at gøre de ting, du kan lide. Sørg for, at dit helbred forbedres. Administrer din energi på en passende måde, så du ikke udmatter dig selv. Dette er englen, som passer på dit velbefindende. Ved hjælp af denne englens beskyttelse er vi i stand til at tage positive beslutninger om måden, vi håndterer vores liv på. Vi kan bede om hjælp til at føre en sund og gavnlig livsstil, der understøtter vores trivsel og glæde. Vi kan bede om livskraft til at gøre alle de ting, vi elsker, og til at have tilstrækkelig energi til at håndtere alle de opgaver, der kræves af os. Denne engel understøtter ikke blot vores fysiske helbred, men hjælper os også mod spirituelt og følelsesmæssigt velvære. Et ægte sundt helbred kommer af at være afbalanceret i sind, krop og ånd, og denne engel kan hjælpe os til at finde dette niveau af helhed. Den våger over os og beskytter os mod usunde påvirkninger. Hvis vi ønsker at forbedre vores helbred ved at lave øvelser, spise naturlig og nærende kost eller tage sunde pauser og ferie, så opmuntrer dette engel os til at have det sjovt. Vi bliver hjulpet mod en afslappet livsstil, som støtter os i at bevare såvel lethed og fornøjelse som kreativitet og glæde. Når vi er syge, er det denne engel, der våger over os og velsigner vores medicin og lægemidler med kærlighed for at hjælpe os med at blive helbredt og genvinde vores styrke og livskraft. Denne engel holder altid øje med, at vi ikke bliver syge for at gøre for meget ud af tingene. Vi kan bede denne sundhedens engel skytsengel om at velsigne os med et godt helbred og hele enhver følelsesmæssig, fysisk eller spirituel smerte, vi måtte lide af. Vi beder denne engel om at skænke os livskraft og trivsel, så vi kan få det bedst muligt ud af de opgaver og projekter, der optager os. Den var vist til os begge to, tror jeg. Alright. So, without going too much into details, I actually think that these two are quite good combination. This is the angel for health. So that is an angel that can help us to both watch over us if we're sick, but also to help us to remind us to be good, to take care of ourselves, and that we are some that could use that. Yeah, you see what I said. Me neither. It's been a busy week, so okay. I have 10 minutes left, and it is perfect because then I will just very shortly here at the end, before I end the stream, I am gonna end it about half an hour earlier than usual, and it is because I am beat and my brain is completely shutting down, and before I fall asleep on stream, I really want to go with dignity. But before I do that, what I just found in my stash is I have this bunch of drawings, and I have showed them before. I just got 12 new drawings from last year's calendar. Not this one. That's not from last year's calendar. But these are actually. And Ulla just bought this year's calendar from the artist that made these ones. And she does a calendar every year with 12 drawings, and she is a real amazing, talented young lady. And why I said she's young is because she's younger than me. She's not that young, but she's a really talented woman. She has her own small shop in Denmark, and she's amazing. And I love this one. This is one of my favorites, just because I love the whole concept about the birds and the feeding place and all that. And this one is a really good one too. So, what I do is, if you're new to my channel, so you might not have seen this before, what I do is I color them. I use markers to color them, and in the beginning it was just to try it out, and now I do it just because I think it's funny. I do both coloring like this, where it's more like nature wise, and then I do like this, where it's more like fantasy wise. So this is a set I'm going to send to my moderator, Stila Chicky. I'm gonna send that to her whenever I get her address, which I will get one of these days. This one is with badges. I did start on this, and then I kind of just, try and do a backflip out of it, because I really didn't like how it turned out. But I'm gonna work a bit with it again. I think I'm gonna do this purple, this other one purple, and then I'm gonna, work on the color on the rest of the coat, and it's probably gonna turn out okay. But like I did with this one, was also like, oh, what the hell did I do? And that turned out quite good. So this is the coloring I've been doing with these drawings, and most of them I really feel like turned out really nice. These are the first ones I did. This set here, this, where is this? This one. I think this set here is going to be are going to be sent to someone else. I have this in mind for a person I know would love to have these, but I am going to color them first. My birds, thank you. So and it's just, it's just fun, all fun. It's nothing serious, and it's for me practicing to use colors and to use shades, and to gain a bit confidence on how I blend the colors and all that. And I'm quite satisfied about the result, thinking that, because I actually can only have 46 colors in shades, so it's not like I have 100 or so. I do plan on buying more markers. I am using Hoo markers. That was Miss Coffee's. I'm blaming her. Oh yeah, I did actually paint on this. I did this one too. I wanted to play and explore how I can work with the shadows underneath and still put colors in. So these two are work in progress. The markers I use are these. These are not from the container is not from Mahulu, and you can kind of see it because they don't really fit good, but they're better than nothing. And I have been told that the best thing you can do, the best way you can have markers, is where you can have them lay down. So it's actually, when they're not being used, they are in this box that is like this. So it's not raised like this. I have them put like this. So I have two of these, and the Hoo markers, they look like this. I have a broad one in one end, and then I have the sharp one, or the pointy one, in the other one. So, and I'm not an expert. I have used in general, as much markers and as anyone else living in Denmark, uh, going to kindergarten and all that, but and having a mom that was very crafty, creative woman. So I have always have it in part of my playthings, the markers and the paint and all that. But these I find is actually quite good. What I really like about these markers is, for instance, with this background, first of all, it's not bleeding through that much. It's not, you can, of course you can see I've been drawing a lot with this marker. So the second is that it actually dry really quick on this paper. This is a smooth, thick paper. This is what is, when you see it, like it's not thin. So it has some weight to it, and it's smooth as ice. So with that in mind, usually with other markers I have been tried with paper like that, it will not dry really fast. It will be wet for a long time. And my problem is I'm left-handed, and without a doubt, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna smudge it all over the place. So with working with markers, for me, it's really good when they dry that fast. It has a disadvantage, of course it has, and that is that if you want to blend colors, you're not gonna do it fast because you don't have that much time. Orbital Lao, hello, first time chatter. How are you today? I am good. I'm actually about to head out, so you have to catch me tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central European time, and I will be diamond painting and do other crafty things at that point. Okay. You're, hang on. You're more than welcome to stop by tomorrow at that time. I am back tomorrow. I am a bit. I'm stopping the stream today a bit early, 30 minutes before usually. I am beat, and so, but I hope I will see you tomorrow. My stream here is about creative things. I do a lot of diamond paintings. I do knitting. I do crocheting, coloring, scratch boards, cross stitch. So whatever I feel like, I do. And sometimes I'm doing completely new things. So hope to see you tomorrow or Sunday. I'm also streaming on Sundays from 4 p.m. I'm actually streaming from 3 p.m. but 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. I do it in Danish. So you're more than welcome to be there if you do understand Danish. What the doesn't Swed do? I don't get that. But all she said was hi, and it is in Danish. It's not in German. Uh, I don't get that because that does not say anything in German. I have learned. So you, no, you haven't done anything wrong, Ola. Hey, baby. You're cold, baby. Orbital, I'm not sure what you want. Or what you did you ask me anything, or did you what? I'm not sure. To me, that sentence said nothing. So I'm not sure if there's anything you want from with that sentence. I mean, we can speak Danish and we can speak English. I do understand a lot of German. I don't speak it that much. So that's why I kind of am a bit puzzled, you could say. Oh, your ears does not know. They're not that bad. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it kind of fell a bit on the ground, you know. Um, I think it's better to just, you know, take it in English and leave it there, because a lot of people in here are in English. When I have Danish, and I have people for all from around the world, Australia, the States, Finland, yeah. So English is kind of the common language. Oh yeah, the language we speak in between. Um, the only exceptions are, for instance, Ulla, because English is a bit hard for her, so I am helping her that way. But other than that, all the rest of us are kind of speaking the English language. So yeah. Okay, I am gonna go to bed. My dog just entered. Come here. Are you gonna have the last words tonight, honey? Hmm? So my dog just came and got me. Maybe he's just been in the garden. Yeah, just been in the garden. Right. Mm. Thank you, honey. Yeah, it is good. He's good at getting me when I'm done. He's like, no, mom, stop that nonsense and get into bed. So I am for sure. Hmm. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a good one. So, I am back tomorrow. I'm gonna log off and go to bed. Have a hopefully a good night's sleep. Um, and tomorrow I hopefully have had absolutely uh, dramaless day. Hey, Miss Coffee, you came in at the very last minute. I'm sorry. You just got me where I'm on my way out. I know usually I would actually have at least half an hour or an hour left, but I'm so beat today. My stepson just scared the hell out of his dad and I. He was admitted at our trauma center. He had an accident with the car and he is spending the night on the hospital. So he's okay. He has got a couple of stitches in the elbow, but they are keeping him overnight due to the impact he got in the chest and the lungs. So just to be sure, but yeah. So yeah, it's not boring, but you know that. It's not boring being you either. Yeah, me too. You know, I think he got off cheap, to be honest. I really do think that. I hope he has learned something. Never. I think it was a mix of him maybe not getting enough sleep, driving from his girlfriend, and she was gonna have some tests today, and maybe he was texting her about something, early in the morning, and yeah, and I mean, yeah, he was just lucky. He drove right into a tree, and he didn't hit it completely in front, but he hit it almost front. So it was the whole one side of it he hit it with. Unfortunately, it was the driver's side, so the airbag and everything went off, and yeah, it wasn't it wasn't his own car, and that would have. I think that would have been even worse because his own car, he can drive really fast, and this was the company car. It has kind of its limits, so yeah. So I am really tired now, and I need to find a bed. Cause I was drawing and I was doing some scratch, and I could just feel I was not drawing. I was scratch. I was doing diamond painting. Yeah, you can hear I'm tired. I was doing diamond painting. I was working on this one, the Oraloa piece here. And I was doing some scratch board because yeah, get some rest. You even sound tired. Yeah, exactly. So, and I actually had a plan of doing like the whole sections through here, the whole row. But after the first up here, I was like, I need to get off this and do something else because I was half asleep. So yeah. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end today, but you will all be more than welcome to stop by Friday, 8 p.m. Central European Standard Time, and for some more diamond painting, hopefully with a much more fresh and upbeat streamer than today. Have a good one. See you all. Bye.